That's the thing, right? Is he's a
I don't know if that's the last time they played, but that's the last time I remember.
You know? Definitely last time at Shockwave, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I wasn't here last week because somebody was stupid enough to come to Shockwave and get the flu. Zillion has already made his remarks on what he'll do to you if he finds you, and I haven't, and I won't.
Yeah. For legal reasons, anyway.
You can say what you want to.
We're starting on Pokemon Stadium 2, as one would expect here. Again, with some quality music choice. And we're going already with a lot of damage out of Eclipse. On
very quickly. I mean, that's, again, you know, it's pretty decent combo character against a heavyweight. It's the thing that Rob runs into, right, is you just need to be good at clawing it back when you do get hit by those big combos.
And Grayson's definitely familiar with that. We saw how close his set was, not necessarily game count-wise, but stock count-wise for sure against MVD. He's definitely okay with bringing it back from the depths. There you go.
Ooh. Yeah, Eclipse is definitely still trying to... This is one of the things that he has had problems with before, is, you know, he tries to catch a lot of landings from these Robs, and that's the one time where he does get blown up, is, you know, contesting the aerial came poorly, and my goodness.
I've seen a lot of situations where Grayson will throw that gyro up to try to set something, but I rarely see the gyro coming back down being the thing that seals the fate. That time finally connecting.
Eclipse also able to connect with that kill confirm of his own, though, with that down tilt to the up smash. He's continuing to just try to crack Grayson all across the stage. Just to be alive after that air dodge, but Grayson...
I love that Nair to grab. Normally we'd see Nair into like dash attack at that percent, but because the gyro was right behind Grayson, Grayson might have even been holding shield just because of a situation where that gyro comes through. But Nair grab was a big opportunity for Eclipse, and he put on so much damage for it.
Eclipse has also been showing a couple of new things, right? Like, for one, using the counter to just get rid of the gyro rather than use it to attack. Yeah, he just went, like, straight down to get rid of it. But also, like, some timing mix-ups that we don't normally see from him, right? Like, stuttering the timing in which he's approaching. And Grayson had the presence of mind to just, you know, keep the game plan tight.
And there we saw not only him using his shuriken to get rid of the gyro, but he's also down-aired the gyro just to get rid of it.
Anything that you can do to get that thing off the field is a good idea. That time just waits it out.
You just don't want it in Rob's hands. Nair doesn't find a jump out. Instead, Grayson rushes to the ground to punish that.
Grayson's aerial coverage, classically, just amazing. But Eclipse able to nail him with that counter again.
Week after week, I've seen him implementing it more and more, that substitute, and it's so good. I mean, a lot of the time, counters are seen as a very passive tool. You force, you know, it's only good so long as your opponent is walking into it, but Eclipse has found opportunities to guarantee its proccing, and he's also found a lot more situations where his opponent is really just trying to press a button, and he's finding these counters where they matter.
And utilizing, especially the big thing is that he's utilizing projectiles. There are a lot of people playing characters with projectiles in this region. You know, and Eclipse has definitely found a niche that is helping him perform very well here in DFW. As he gets a drag down to try to get more. Great presence of mind by Grayson, though.
Yeah, great tech from Grayson. Otherwise, that could have been really, really tragic. Spaces the fair. Man, Nair is going to buy Grayson some space, push him back off. And the aggression from Grayson, as one expects.
Very aggressive that time, though. We'll see if he can pick up anything with this ledge trap. No, Eclipse baiting it so hard, and he's not only able to get a hit off of it, a full combo to give him stage control, and now game one.
And a two-stock.
A two-stock, yeah. It was not a quick two-stock by any means. You know, it was very competitive between the two, but Eclipse's damage output was just nuts over that game.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. And as a counter pick, yeah, I kind of expect Town. Kind of expect.
Definitely expect Town at some point.
I just don't know if he wants to give. It looks like he's going to either Battlefield. Battlefield, I wouldn't be shocked to see.
Looks like FD. It looks like it's a purple. Then again, my eyesight's awful.
Yeah. Relatable. That's,
No, it's Battlefield. Okay.
I've been given solid
My
confirmation.
eyesight is awful.
Okay. So what I was going to say is, if you're going to a flat stage as Rob against Greninja, I guarantee you'd rather see Town over FD. FD is very, very good for Greninja. I like the plats here as an option to try to, like I said, mitigate some of the combo potential and still just sit under platforms and toss projectiles. But like we've talked about before, Greninja also gets a lot of movement options on these plats, so we'll see how it ends up playing out.
Juggles can be a big one. You know, that can extend that damage output from Eclipse, which we already saw was so very good on that Pokemon Stadium 2 game. But we might also see that Grayson has picked the stage for a similar reason, and that he wants to kind of meet that level against Eclipse.
Here we're seeing some of those combo extensions off the plat.
Great delayed tech roll away. I love that from Eclipse right there. Counter's still able to last as well.
And when he bounces down off the counter, though, it looks like it's really hard for Grayson to find a punish without that charged laser.
Ooh, roll behind, does get the forwarder. Nothing bigger than that, though, because Eclipse doesn't want to overcommit. I think he's waiting to use... Yeah, Grayson recognizes when Eclipse jumped towards that gyro and went away. He goes, I see your game, all right?
He wanted to use it for his ledge trap, but then was still able to terminate and go down and continue pressure when Grayson was waiting too long.
Crossing up with that back air, I don't think Eclipse was expecting it, and Grayson decked him for the uncertainty.
Yeah, punished the timing there. They both sat in shield for a moment, playing a little Smash 4, and then eventually Grayson pulled the trigger on him and Eclipse jumping.
It's a fake out there from Eclipse. Came at the wrong time, though. We'll see. Grayson on the ledge. And he's just hanging on there a little bit too long. Eclipse able to pick up the stock, and that has sort of been a little bit of a theme, that Eclipse has been able to get something when Grayson's on the ledge, despite Greninja's ledge trapping not being the best.
All right, I mean, that down tilt is really, really nice to punish people for holding ledge too long. His ledge trapping isn't that great, but when he does find... it's not that great, not because it's not potent, but because it's not consistently oppressive. Like, he doesn't have a tool like a Wolf Nair or a consistent setup for something. It's just, do I get the dash attack with the right timing? Do I get the down tilt with the right timing? What do I call out?
You have to rely a lot on instinct to do that, too. It's not necessarily just reads, and that's what I'm saying, is that when you spend all that time on the ledge, Eclipse gets the time to put himself in a mindset where he can wait and react to you doing something. I like that. Right now, he's ignoring that gyro. Great bailout there from Grayson to get away from Eclipse. Got to see if he can put some pressure back on here on Battlefield. It's a very dangerous place to be up on these platforms. And he's still consistently able to find a way to get out of this advantage, but only for so long.
Man, and coming down with that forward air, Eclipse now is putting on a little bit extra damage. Falls into the up air, but he survives. Doesn't fall into the Tokyo Drift. That was an opportunity for Grayson, but I think he threw away an opportunity for a ledge trap to slowly build it back up in lieu of him wanting to get it all at once, going for that arm rotor.
Oh my gosh.
And now he's taking a lot of damage for it. Eclipse still holding onto the stock. Down smash does even it up, but 85 is not healthy even for Rob.
I mean, that's the problem, is Grayson has spent a little bit too much time baiting in towards Eclipse, you know, trying to get those counter hits back. And Eclipse was spacing out, ready for those kinds of things. But, you know, now aggression working out a little bit for Grayson. He's still got to find a way to land against Eclipse, which has been a problem for him in this set. And once again, he's down 2-0.
Grayson swinging first with that forward air, doesn't come through. And then that big water sword forward air of Greninja's finds its mark. We'll see, maybe are we going to try that same stage one more time, or are we going to try maybe the town and city, give it a shot? I don't know what Grayson wants here.
That's the thing, right, is that normally Town and City is such a no-brainer for Rob, but you'd have to consider what you're giving to Greninja, who loves the flat stage and also loves to get the kills off the side. Are you okay, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because I heard something snap, and I heard you, like, I saw you kind of cringing a little.
My ear hurts a little bit, but
okay.
I'm good.
You just kind of snapped that against your head. Please give me... what do we get? What do we get? Do I have to judge you?
I like the ice cream race one.
Ice Cream Island's pretty good. There's just so much good
Just
Kirby
don't
music.
pick a world to win.
Yeah, I'm tired of that song.
I've heard... Ooh, I like this one.
It sounds like Phantasy Star music.
It's, some ice cave stuff.
Huh.
sounding like.
I mean, that sounds uncannily like some Phantasy Star music. Give me a 1 in chat for Phantasy Star. Fatal Blooms. That also sounds like a Phantasy Star song. What?
This would feel right at home at Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Celebration Cave.
Okay, yeah.
But now we're going to a little bit of a throwback in the Battlefield variant of this
Nintendo 64 Dreamland.
Yeah, which is we haven't seen this stage since Smash 4. A little bit of a throwback.
And worth noting, I know a lot of people have asked, well, why isn't this stage legal anymore? And the thing is that there's just not enough of a difference in blast zone size compared to Battlefield in this game, where upper blast zone is on the regular stage a little bit closer to the top platform than it is on Battlefield, and then the side blast zones are, I believe, a little bit closer as well. But it's like not enough, where Yoshi's story is more extreme. So
right, of course, this is straight up Battlefield.
This is regular Battlefield, yeah, because this is Battlefield 4 May.
Yeah.
Up air, gonna take care of Eclipse right there. Grayson, I think one thing that he's already definitely changed up very well is just he's playing a little bit more grounded. He doesn't feel the need to jump up, land on Eclipse with a ton of aerials. He's definitely going, all right, well, I can trust in my ground game. I can trust in my projectiles to kind of take care of me at this mid-range. But again, it's once he's off stage at the ledge that Eclipse is doing such a good job of finding the conversions that he's being given.
Now, oh, gonna be an up throw on the plat. Oh, look at the pressure he was able to get off of that. Great escape from Eclipse. A lot of people will get down tilted by Rob, and they are paralyzed with fear when that hits their shield.
This man's been around the block against Rob's a couple of times. We see, honestly, like, the thing is, Grayson is known for that very aggressive style, I guess, with the Rob. And he's got to slow it down a little bit against Eclipse. That's normally where he has the, you know, the success. It's just a matter of not giving up so much stage control that you get pushed off stage at that point. Which is where, again, Eclipse has been making so much bank.
Ooh, I love the laser. Like I said, laser seems like a fine punish if you have it charged against these non-committal counters. Ooh, when he goes all the way off stage, he never found the trip with it. He just found the slide.
Yeah.
So there was no way to convert into the down smash there. Just keep pushing him down.
Very nicely timed counter, but without any rage, Grayson's still going to stay alive.
Substitute into Shadow Sneak seems like the silliest way to confirm a kill.
Yeah.
It didn't confirm there, but I feel like I've definitely seen that before from Eclipse.
We have.
Yeah.
It's very silly. It made us pop off.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, you go, wow, that's cheese.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think in frontward sight, I look at that.
Yeah.
This is the cheesiest thing.
It is cheese. Ooh, very nicely used on the gyro by Grayson, and a very nice pickup. Not able to get the kill yet,
Wow,
though.
great DI from Eclipse. That forward air is going to take it. And Eclipse sitting at 87. He's definitely not healthy. This could be Grayson's game to win here, but Grayson was looking a lot nicer when he had that stock buffer.
I mean, it's looked like it, man. I mean, playing so grounded has given him so many opportunities to anti-air Eclipse very well. Or if he does go aerial, he's never just leaving himself vulnerable. Like, he's got aerials. When he goes in the air, he's got an aerial ready to throw out.
Eclipse evening this percent up quite a bit, though. Grayson not able to connect his KO setups.
Now he's just kind of throwing a few out there, which is concerning to see because that's giving Eclipse those opportunities to set up some stage control. Set up for a kill confirm that
Straight
Grayson
to the corner.
is barely able to live.
Great DI from Grayson. The back air is not going to do it, no, but look at Eclipse able to set up another pressure tool.
That could be a huge momentum swing, just living that for Grayson. He's got to get off that platform, does find his way down with the Nair.
Great air dodge to cover himself back to the ground so quick. That's going to be a down throw.
Mash, white boy, mash! That stock gone. Grayson finally able to pick up a game against Eclipse. First time in a while here at Ultimate Shockwave.
That's also the first time in a while I've seen him convert off of the down throw against Eclipse at all. Normally, like you said, mash, white boy, mash. We talked about how he is a Mario Party savant. He's pretty good at rotating that gray stick. Normally, especially with a character, because that is like character dependent how that works, it depends on your character's jump height. For example, Palutena and Greninja get out way easier the down throw than someone like
Because they're going to go so high when
someone
they
like
match
a
up,
Ganondorf or, you know, Little Mac, they don't get sent very far comparative to like Greninja, who gets sent
Or
flying.
even not, you don't even have to be like a low tier like that, like Snake, for example, right? Doesn't have a high jump height.
I was just thinking of characters with small jump heights. They just both happen to be bad characters.
Yeah.
But that's a fair point.
Yeah.
It's not about where you are on the tier list. It's about where you are on the jump height list.
Yeah. So Town and City here for Game 4. This is Eclipse's pick, and we've been saying, you know, scary for Grayson to come here. All of a sudden, this is something that maybe he has to fear, or maybe this is just going to help him really get onto that comeback trail where he's on a stage where he's very comfortable and he's not going to struggle as much to find those KOs, whereas on Battlefield, that was a little bit of a problem for him.
Definitely. Ooh, that up air. That up air almost killed really early, even with what looked like pretty alright DI.
See Eclipse giving up quite a bit of stage, but keeping the pressure on right now.
There we go. A lot of empty movement where he's fading back at the last moment. Really good fades from Eclipse. And again,
Just like that right there, yeah.
Double jumps out of range. That forward smash comes through. Not going to find. He was trying to run off.
Yeah.
But that's a big punish on that arm rotor.
Yeah, big commitment. Definitely.
Ooh, the Tokyo Drift doesn't quite find the kill. Tries to snipe with a laser. What? Oh. Trying to go for the sickest angle there. Trying to land on the edge of the platform. Doesn't quite find it. Just kind of scared him to death.
He jabs. Gets Eclipse that ledge trap set up. Although at these early percents, it's not as bad for Grayson. He can take a hit. He can put himself back on stage. Doesn't need to be concerned about Eclipse getting the kills, but definitely been very good at finding the setups so far. 73% does get the counter out.
But from that platform position, there was no more pressure that Eclipse could find. But man, who needs more pressure on that platform when you eventually find your way back down? And look at this percent deficit.
Parry on the forward tilt, though.
And that had to be the most intentional. Just I click my shield and I'm going for this parry.
Yeah. And sometimes you need to get out of disadvantage. That's what he found. And now he's found himself a forward smash on the landing to go up one stock. Can Grayson bring this back? We've seen him. The big thing is we've seen that Grayson has been weaned off of these projectiles because of the use of the substitute. And, you know, while the change has been working for Grayson, now Eclipse is figuring out how to fight when he's not constantly being harangued by projectiles.
Now he's got a lot more freedom of movement. That down tilt, oh, that's a pick your poison moment.
Downer to mix up the landing timing and get a combo afterwards. Catches the drift in with the up smash. And Eclipse able to turn it around, get a 3-1 victory.
Yeah, and again, that's really difficult matchup for Rob, especially with the implementation of that substitute recently. That Eclipse had already made it really difficult, right, with just like the threat of dash attack and the big damage output and his ability to outrange really well. And you know, you saw constantly him making Grayson have to guess when he's landing with this aerial and at the spacing that he's landing with this aerial. But also that added substitute being a factor that makes Grayson not even want to use his projectiles that are some of his strongest tools is really difficult. But Eclipse plays it so well.
Yeah.